Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. It's Wednesday, November 3rd. It's our NFL betting edition. As always on Wednesdays, I'm joined by that handsome gentleman on the other side of me. His name is Mr. Chip Chirimbus from chipwins.com. Chipper, how's it going, my friend?
Well, the NFL's cruising along with our A plays. We hit another big one Sunday, makes us 8-3 on the year. And that's coming off that Dallas-New England loss, which I'm still bitter about. Otherwise, we'd be up. But 73% right now after 11 weeks isn't bad at all. And I have another big game for you right here this week, not only on the show, but, of course, with the service.
Yeah, I lost a couple tough ones last week. I think you had the same game I had. I had Indianapolis. Indianapolis minus 2.5 in the blow a 14-0 lead, end up losing in overtime by a field goal. Could have won either way, and then I lose the Minnesota. I had Minnesota laying the I got them at -3 before they moved up to 4.5. And,
tricky game,
you allow a touchdown with 50 seconds to go. Where you were in position to cover. That one hurt too. But in any event, I did have a winner like yourself with New Orleans, and I came back on Monday night with the New York Football Giants plus 10.5. And boy, oh boy, does Kansas City have problems, Chip.
Oh, wow, are they in trouble?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Chipper, any observations from the NFL? We're going into week 9, believe it or not.
I love it because a team that we all consider dead and buried, the Pittsburgh Steelers, are leading the division. Cleveland and Cincinnati, the Battle of Ohio. I mean, they're going head to head. But Cleveland's the odd man out right now, and that's a team that was supposed to, bully their way into the Super Bowl or at least into the playoffs. And that's the game. The Battle of Ohio in the NFL is the one I'm going to be talking about here, and that is Cleveland going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they lost to the Jets. And of course, that was the second coming of, I told you, Joe Montana, Kurt Warner, Johnny Unitas, and, every great quarterback you've ever seen with this Mike White from Pembroke, Florida, by the way, right down the street. Great. He had a great job. Ross, I'm telling you, he stands up in the pocket. He stands strong. He wasn't afraid at all. 37 of 45 for 405 yards. He shredded the Cincinnati defense. But the Cincinnati team had an 11-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go in this game. And the Jets scored 2 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes. And, that's we're national heroes now. Does Cincinnati bounce back after a loss? History says they do. They're 4-0 after straight-up losses in their last 4 times out. But at home as favorites, Ross, they just don't get there. They're 2-5 as favorites. Whereas Cleveland, everyone's disappointed with them, is 4-1 as road dogs. In the last 13 meetings, and there's been a turn here, Cleveland is 2-11 against the spread against this team. And the dog is 4-1-1. So where are you going to go? We have Cincinnati favored here by 3, I believe it is. And I think that the public choice and everyone's choice is Cleveland, and they expect them to rally. And I think it's a tough call one way or another. So I'm looking for this game to go over the total, to tell you the truth. And they talk about how Cleveland's run game is supposed to be able to stay in control. But I've got Joe Burrow, and I think Cleveland knows they're going to have to score some points to beat the Cincinnati team. So I'm playing this game over the total.
Yeah, it opened at 45, and it's now 47. So apparently there's some sharp money that agrees with you there. But Cleveland and Cincinnati, over 47 for Chip Chirimbus. I'm also going to look at a total, Chip, and it comes in the game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. Right now, as we speak, that total is 49.5. The Vikings have gone over the total in all 3 of their road contests this year, and those games average a combined 60 points. On the other hand, Baltimore has gone over the total in 3 of their 4 at home. And those games have combined to average 56.3 points scored per game. So plenty of scoring I'm envisioning here. And you're also looking at a Minnesota team that's coming off a straight up favorite loss at home against Dallas since 2019, and all under the current coaching staff led by Mike Zimmer. The Minnesota Vikings have gone 6-1 over the total following a straight up favorite loss with a combined 55.4 points scored per game. Neither one of these teams, I know that Baltimore, and before I get to that, neither one of these teams, I know that Baltimore has the perception because of past years of being a terrific defensive team, but boy, oh boy, they've given up a lot of yards this year. And this is not the same Baltimore defenses we've seen in years past with CJ Mosley and going back to Ray Lewis. This isn't a bad defense, Chip, but they're a beatable
You know,
defense. Go ahead, Chip.
we have to stay on the edge here, and changes are happening all the time, and this is one of them.
Yep.
This team has become more offensive oriented because their quarterback is such a great running back. I mean, we saw that game on Monday night or Sunday night, whenever it was, when he just exploded in the second half, passing and running. And I think they beat the Titans. But regardless, you can see it. I think that they're more offensive minded now and than they have been in the past. And the reason is they know their defense isn't what it has been. Yeah. And I think you're right about this as far as the reasoning behind it, your rationale.
Yeah, thank you. And I agree. I mean, as far as their defense goes, Chip, how about this? They've allowed 491 yards or more in 3 of their 7 games this year. I mean, some of those Baltimore defenses in years past went 3 years without giving that number. They've allowed it 3 times in the last 7 games. And Minnesota's defense is no bargain either. Especially on the road. They're giving up over 400 yards a game on the road. So I look for a lot of fireworks in this one, Chip. A lot of skill position, offensively explosive players. You know, you look at Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen and the running back. I just went blank. The kid from Florida State for Minnesota, and also, Delvin Cook. Thank you. And also, you look at Baltimore, starting with Lamar Jackson and that potent running game and improved passing game. I'm looking at this game to be playing closer to 60 than 50. So I'm going over 49.5. Folks, buy it down to 49. It's one of those key numbers in the NFL, 42, 45, 49 when it comes to totals. It's not a sign of weakness. It's just smart sports betting. So Chip Chirimbus, he likes the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals to go over the total of 47, and Ross Benjamin by the Minnesota and Baltimore game down from 49.5 to 49 and go over the total. Chip, what do you got going on in the NFL this coming week?
Well, the A play, my mega buck winner, of course, is riding high. New Orleans outright over Tampa Bay last week. My number 2 play was Carolina. Other than that, I really don't want to talk to you. But anyway, no, but I do hang my hat on the A play. That's how I originated here. And I've got 2 games right now that I'm really keying on Sunday. So log on, follow the buy links. Give me a call at chipwins.com, and we'll sit there and decide what we're going to do for the weekend. And I'm telling you that we've got a lot of NFL out there on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to it. And, big games, big money. Play a game you can have confidence in. Play a game that, we're disciplined here. We're not taking wild shots. You and I both do a lot of research when we come up with our games. I mean, not just sitting here giving stats, but there's a lot of reasoning behind, solid reasoning as to why we're taking the selections. And like I said, I have 2 of them I'm honed in on right now. And before it's all over, they may both win, but one of them is going to be singled as the A play.
There you go. Big time games are for big time handicappers, and we've proven to be just that. Me for over 2 decades, and Chip over the last century. Anyway, you could find me at rbwins.com, folks, coming off that big Monday night winner in the NFL. I'll also on Saturday have a conference game of the year in college football. As usual, my 10-star game of the week in the NFL on Sunday. Up to 5 plays in college football on Saturday, 3 to 4 in the NFL on Sunday. We both like the Thursday night game in the NFL this week. So if you have an opportunity or you are viewing this before that game goes off, I would highly suggest you go to either one of our websites. I could tell you right out, we're both on the same side. We've discussed this off air. So if you buy from one, you're getting it from both. And it doesn't matter which way you want to go. Whether you like me more or Chip more, or it doesn't matter, you like us both, at least buy from one of us, okay? So again, that's the Thursday night game. And again, this is depending on when you view that video. Until the next time, for Chip Chirimbus, I'm Ross Benjamin. I'd like to wish each and every one of you all the very best. Take care and God bless.